Hey guys, today is a different type of video on my channel. I'm actually interviewing a Hollywood producer who is behind some of my favorite shows, and I'm super excited, a little bit nervous. Did I mention he works with Betty White? Betty White! I got my phone, I got my lifeline. It's gonna tell me all the questions, because I know I'm just gonna forget everything. That feeling when you're about to meet somebody you really respect. That feeling when your camera makes you look like a vampire. I'm more excited than these crackheads. Wait, this is me with my two best friends. What the f? Roll it. Hey guys, I'm here with Todd Milliner. He is the executive producer of GRIMM on NBC, Hot in Cleveland, and The Soul Man on TV Land, and he's also working on the new show with Sean Hayes, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Everybody's really excited about that. This is how it's gonna work. Basically, I'm gonna ask you 5 questions and you'll answer quickly with 1 or 2 words. Are you down?
Yes.
Your hero?
My mom.
Oh, that's sweet. Mine too. That's a good answer. Okay, your favorite cartoon character?
Wile E. Coyote.
One of your pets' names?
Truman.
Is it based on like the Truman Show?
No, on the president.
Oh, the president.
No, I actually love that movie too, though.
Morning or night person?
Night.
Night, me too. Favorite meal?
Favorite meal is tuna. Ahi, tuna.
Let's get to the actual questions.
Okay.
Hot in Cleveland is honestly my favorite sitcom of all time. It's just so fresh.
Aww.
And the jokes come like rapid fire. Me and my fiance, we were just watching it on DVD. What do you think makes it such pure entertainment?
Well, I think that we got lucky with the perfect storm. We got the best writers in town, but then we cast it with the only 4 people now that I could even ever imagine having been on the show. So we got 4 ladies who are all incredibly nice and talented and happy to be here, and I think that makes every episode that much better. In fact, I was just on set today at a run-through, and one of the people on the show this week said it's the warmest set she's ever been on. And I think you can see that on screen. We are all really having that much fun.
It really just makes me happy, and it's always funny. Like, I've never seen a bad episode, which is something that's really hard to do. So.
Yes, thank you. And you know, the entire writer staff, or at least actually most of the writers, came from Frasier, so it's good lineage.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I used to watch that a lot. So I know GRIMM is returning on March 8th. Anything you can tell us about the new episode, The Face-Off?
Well, for those of you that are fans of the show that have been following it, we're going to get a lot deeper into the relationship between Captain Renard and Nick. And we're going to start seeing, we hinted at the end of the first 12 that there's going to be a confrontation, and that's what we're gonna start seeing the beginning of something that everybody from day one has been waiting to see what the captain is all about, and we're gonna pay that off in this back 10.
Sounds like it's gonna be really epic.
It should be. It should be. It should
be.
Yeah, these episodes are getting. It's funny that I watched a 15-minute trailer for the second part of the season that's on NBC.com, and they put together a trailer to get people excited about the second half. And at the end of it, I thought, well, gosh, I'd watch that show, even if I didn't work on it. So it's going to be an exciting 10 episodes.
I'm going to ask you now about The Soul Man, because that show's awesome, too. Congratulations on it taking off so successfully. Cedric the Entertainer and Niecy Nash have such great chemistry.
Thanks, yes.
Have any teasers for season 2?
Well, during season 1, we got so busy telling stories that we may have forgot that this person used to be a performer and he's a minister right now. So we want to kind of jump back a step and explore what that means for a couple when one person takes their life in a completely different direction, and the spouse went along because of that bond, and now it's real. They are really going to be in St. Louis for a while, and Niecy might not want the same things that Cedric wants, and so it's all about common ground and the give and take of a relationship. So we're going to kind of explore what what was the undercurrent of last season, and really get a little deeper into what it means to give up a lot of your life for the person you're with, and sometimes that can be a little bit of a rocky road to travel. So you're going to see a lot of that this year, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and what when you're famous and you go back home, what are some of the pitfalls that you can that you can find yourself in, especially when you were really, really famous?
That's really relatable. That's something that I know that I'm going through. Like, me and my fiance are both like graduating. He just graduated, so you know, the whole idea of like making sure that one person's career isn't going to be stunted by the other one going out.
Right.
Yeah. So it's very relatable. It's definitely going to be
Right.
interesting.
Give and take of any relationship. It's going to be fun to explore. And by the way, you can't. This is a bad sentence, and I'm an English major, but you can't not have fun with these two on that trip.
I know you work with Sean Hayes as co-founders of Hazy Mills Productions. Obviously, we all know him from his iconic role on Will and Grace. Mm-hmm. What about your shared sensibilities do you think leads to such great TV programming?
Well, thank you. I think, Sean and I went to college together. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I saw that you went to the same college, but I didn't know if it was at the same time or not.
It's funny that we both have Second City backgrounds in Chicago. I don't know if you know what Second City is, but it's...
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, sketch comedy and improv comedy. And so we always knew we had the same sense of humor. And when we started our company in 2004, we just said, let's only produce things that we want to watch. And I think that's why you find things like Hot in Cleveland and The Soul Man next to things like Grimm. And if we stay honest with that brand, then I think that at least everything we do should be consistent. And whether you like it or not, that's your own opinion. But we just have this filter, and luckily we have very similar taste. And while we bring a whole lot of different things to the company, we one of the same things we bring is our taste in television. And I don't. It's kind of like planning for the perfect sitcom. You can get a great script and not a good cast. You can get a great cast and not a great script. And I think we just got lucky. You know, it's nobody can plan for this. We just got lucky that we were on the same page more often than not.
Yeah, that's really awesome because, you know, it really does show in all of your work. Because I've been watching, you know, obviously preparing for this, I've been watching a lot of your programming again. And, like, all of the shows are quality. And you can tell that you didn't just, like, half-ass it, you know, excuse my French, but you know what I mean? It's just, like, very put together and everything's original. So I commend you on that.
Thank you.
I noticed on your website you're from Chicago. Do you visit often?
I try. I got back for 2 weeks at Christmas, but it gets harder and harder to get back often between the times that our business is here and then I have to be in New York periodically. And but I get back and I still have a lot of friends there, and I still miss a lot of things about Chicago. So whenever I get back, I get to see a lot of people and put on a couple of pounds.
Yeah, it's really cold around here in the Midwest. I'm in Minnesota, so I'm sure it wasn't that great of a adjustment period.
Well, compared to now, I hear it's like unseasonably cold, even for Chicago.
Yeah, and isn't it like unseasonably cold in Los Angeles too?
It was, but then in the last few days it's been 80 and sunny.
Oh, well, that's great. Yeah, well, that kind of... I was going to ask you about the whole, like, controversy. Everybody's like, oh, you have to wear a jacket. It's so cold out there.
I know.
Like,
we still laugh at those people. But I'll tell you, it's real easy to get used to the weather here and forget where you came from. I get pretty cold when I go back to Chicago now.
Yeah, that's true. I've been on like that on vacation. You come back and you're like, oh, wait, why do I live here in the Midwest?
Exactly.
Obviously, I can't interview anyone who works with Betty White and not ask about her because she's like awesome.
Yeah, well, she's just a real bitch.
Oh, are you serious?
No, it's about the nicest person I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, that was the question I was going to ask you. Is she as funny off screen as she is on screen? She's
as funny or funnier off screen. You know, she barely ever messes up on tape night. You know, just barely ever forgets a line. Or.
Oh, yeah.
But when she does, she's so quick with her improv, and she's always in a good mood, it feels like. And I don't know if she saves that for us and we're just lucky, or she really always is in a good mood. But you know, she taught me three things. She taught me to keep working, work with people you love, and drink vodka. And I think all of those are really good pieces of advice. I can't tell you how lucky I am in my career to have worked with Betty White, and I'm sure a lot of other people would say the same thing. It's just pinch myself.
Yeah. Me and my mom got into Golden Girls and bought all the DVDs. Obviously, it's like one of my favorite shows, and I'm just a huge fan.
Well, talk about a show that makes you feel better. I think Golden Girls did the same thing. Anytime you're feeling a little down, just turn on those four ladies.
Yeah, I hear a lot of comparisons between the two shows. I read on some article that people think of Hot in Cleveland as a modern day Golden Girls. Was that the intention with that?
I don't know if we ever pitched it that way, when we were talking about it originally, but I think that we'd be lying if we didn't say that in our wildest dreams, we would have loved for it to become half the show that the Golden Girls was, and pay homage to that show, and not be afraid to hire women that are over 40, and do a good classic sitcom. So in those ways, yes, we tried to emulate to whatever level of success Golden Girls, but I didn't understand at the beginning why there, and I still don't understand why there aren't more shows with solid, experienced ladies over 40, 50, and even Wendie Malick, who's over 60.
When I found out that she was over 60, I could not believe it. Seriously, her body is crazy for her age and for any age, so,
Exactly. When I think that I had a picture recently up on my Facebook of me and Wendie Malick together on set, and people wrote on my Facebook that they were shocked at how similar in age we look.
Yeah,
and I'm not 60.
She is so funny. Oh, I love her. I would ask you about all four of them, but I know you're on a tight time schedule.
Every single one of them is a treat to be around, and I think every one of them feels blessed that they're still able to act and work and get paid to do this job that we're all so lucky to have. And every single person in this cast is a treat to work with. Every single person.
Yeah, because I remember when I was watching the pilot episode, I thought that, it's going to be the show where it's all about Betty White and she's like the main focus. But then I found myself like, I can't even pick my favorite one because they're all just so equally funny and amazing. So
that's a really nice compliment. And I think, it's funny that I think you can find a little bit of yourself in each of them at different times.
Yeah, definitely. I read that you produced the Ovation Award nominated 2011 production of Take Me Out. Do you have any other stage shows in the works?
Nothing right now. I'm getting pretty busy with television. We have a few shows right now. I do actually write and direct a lot of sketch shows on stage here in Los Angeles whenever I have a chance, but nothing right now. I jumped in because I loved the Broadway play, and the director, Michael Matthews, is a visionary director out here. So if something like that presents itself, I'd do it again, but not anything currently.
There's something in my throat. I'm sorry. I'm not even going to ask you which one of your TV shows is your favorite, because that's probably like picking between your children or something. But that being said, what's your favorite part of your job as a producer of so many great shows?
I think my favorite part is there's a lot of great things about my job, but one of the best things is being able to work on several different shows with several different casts and play a role creatively in a couple of different genres for sure. So I get a lot of variety in my job, which is really, really wonderful. And probably the second favorite thing is everybody that I work with on Hot in Cleveland and The Soul Man and GRIMM. It kind of dispels any of those rumors that actors are tough to deal with, and that they're above other. It can't be further from the truth. At least on our productions, everybody is a dream to work with, and there's not a whole lot of jobs you can go to every day that you feel happy to go to and excited and smile all day, and never want to call in sick. I feel really, really lucky that that's my job.
I know if I were out there doing that kind of thing, I would definitely not be calling in sick. For my last question, I just thought I would ask you, since you have so many different characters that you work with in all your different shows, like, if you had to pick one, which one would you be?
Well, I don't think it would be Nick on GRIMM, because that's a lot of crap to deal with.
Yeah, really.
Let me answer it this way. I think that any of the three ladies that crash landed in Cleveland, because I think that there's something really amazing about taking a point of your life, and it doesn't matter when in your life it is, or it doesn't matter what age you are, but not being afraid to start over and write a new chapter. And they were all over 40 and they got to be with their friends, and who doesn't fantasize about starting again at some point in your life with just a bunch of friends in a new place? And I think that, so for me it would be any of those three, just having that opportunity to start again with a bunch of my friends.
Very good answer. I would probably say the same thing. I just want to thank you for doing this and being here and
Absolutely.
being a sport, because my camera's not on, so you can't see what I'm doing while you're answering and stuff. Trust me, it's not like I'm beheading anyone or something, so.
Very good.
Anyway, I hope if I ever go out to Hollywood or whatever, I work with someone as, like, down to earth as you, because you seem very, like, chill and all of that different stuff. Like you were saying about people say that actors can be a nightmare. Well, some people say producers can be a nightmare, and you seem like totally the opposite of that. So
well,
thanks for being so humble.
Just, stay in touch, and maybe you never know.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, well, thanks for doing this.
Absolutely. You take care, and I'll tweet you in the future.
Resounding success. Wow, that was seriously awesome. I don't know if you could tell, but I was a little bit nervous because, man, like, I watch all of those shows. Woo! So thanks for visiting DerekPlease.com, and make sure to watch Todd's shows and subscribe to my channel. Wow, the magic of special effects. I bet I can get a young Lindsay Lohan to stand right next to me right now. Come on, honey. Let's go to TGI Fridays. No, seriously, we're going to TGI Fridays. I'm gay. And engaged. Get off of me! Oh God, I think I just killed Lindsay Lohan. Even from the grave, you're sending your friends to jail? That's actually kind of impressive. Like this video if you enjoyed me beheading Nicki Minaj. Yes! No! I broke my Lana Del Rey ring.